Hey everybody, Neil here. Welcome back to the Weekly Source, your source for the latest in benefits and HR. Interesting week, to say the least, both good and bad. A couple things we saw in the news. First, Philip Morris, so big tobacco conglomerate, getting into life insurance, something interesting, where they're giving premiums for ex-smokers. It's starting over in Europe, but something that could be expanding a bit more. So a little interesting there. To a bit of a grim, piece of detail of possible Social Security and Medicare facing insolvency in the next 10 years. So money that you may be contributing to Social Security now, not seeing those funds later, has been pretty buzzworthy in the last week. And then lastly, even just skipping breakfast. There is an article out there that skipping breakfast is tying to a higher risk of heart-related deaths. So interesting week, but it's not all bad news. Actually, one good piece that we're seeing more is caregiving benefits on the rise. So a quick stat for you, 1 in 6 employees today are in a caregiving point of their lives, whether it's an elderly family or friend member or somebody with a disease or illness. So look around your office, somebody is dealing with this today. And so companies are on the move to provide benefits for their employees to better help them manage these two roles that they might be juggling. A couple ideas for your business or what companies are out there doing today. First is flexible time off or flexible time in scheduling. So if there's different appointments or treatments that somebody needs to take, a person that they're being a caregiver for, to have that flexible time is a huge benefit. About 35% of companies are now moving over to this benefit. Second is subsidies and services. So actually providing services, whether it's support groups or something by way of subsidy for them to care for a person that they're providing for, is another one that companies are actually trying. So about 30% of companies are trying these subsidies and services. Third is seminars and support groups. So providing a place for somebody to be vocal about the issues that they're facing, being a caregiver, the stress that it may take on them balancing these two roles. About 30% of companies trying that as well. And then lastly is actually on-site care. So having a place, whether it's on their grounds, their company, to bring someone that they're caregiving for, maybe a grandparent with an illness, taking them on site, giving them care as well. So a couple things companies are being proactive about. Something, if you don't have today, worth asking either your HR team or your broker that you're working with, how can you be proactive to provide these benefits for your teams? Lastly, I did want to talk about Eclipse. So head over to eclipse.plansource.com. Cool video on our site now, just to give you a sense of what this conference is about. Again, it's happening in July out in Park City. You may be seeing some of our emails or our videos today, but want to make sure that you join us because space is starting to become limited. So want to make sure we call that piece out as well. But otherwise, you know how to find us, you know how to reach us, and we will see you next week on the Weekly Source.